community, there is no hunger, there is no water shortage or something. But what this community truly need now, it is a gathering center where people can come together and celebrate life, study. In that center, there must be library, must be washrooms where young people can come together every evening. Gathering center is very, very necessary to socialize, to get the contacts, because everything in this life comes to us through the people. When you're socializing, when you are gathering, you are exchanging ideas, you become more powerful together. Each of us separately, we are not that strong. But together, we are always much stronger. And that is why we need gathering center. And if God permit, then from today going, we are start digging. The first foundation is given already today, 50,000 Ghana cedis from my company. They fix it for us. We also promise then soon, by end of this year, in every region should have our shop where every Ghanaian who have car, his spare part of problem is sorted. And what I promise, it is what is on the box. This is also in the box. No shop.
Charlie,
the government they try, but Charlie, dollar and things all come down, but Charlie, food and things they not fit here top.
hey, safe the time we go buy the how much? You say if you chop 300 yourself. Where I take chop 50, your man chop 20 cedi, the shit all you buy.
Hey, Charlie, more than much fear that. You go to fear now, I'm saying,
It's so funny.
Is there a bedroom? My move you.
Now only in Ghana you will see all these things.
What do you mean?
God have mercy upon us.
You know, yes, it might be free and then you have said now, or you tell people, money. We're good, you know.
What's the out Tommy? Guy, no officer me. Daddy, hey, Casa. Jatana emblem. Italian guy was Tanzania.
So funny. As I was saying, the only Ghana, Bonnie half mouth. Okay. Let's go straight to this one. This lady.
Hello, my friends. My name is Josie. I am 19 years old and I am volunteering in Ghana for 3 months.
Yes.
And here I am sharing this experience. So, if you are interested in going abroad, volunteering and stuff like that, please follow along. And it is Easter currently, so I'm not posting daily because there's not much happening right now. But I have a few things to tell you about my Easter weekend. So let's go. Obviously, because I just arrived, many family members or friends were asking how I've been doing, so I've been chatting and calling a lot of friends, a lot of family members, and that is what I've been doing most of the time. Then I also met the lovely dog of the house. She is so sweet. She's living in the yard actually because she is like the protection dog kinda. She's lovely, really sweet. And we're feeding her. She's doing great. I already sat down at the yard and we were like playing a little. And besides that, Mary showed me the way to the hospital I'm gonna be volunteering at, and it is actually like really near or next to the old market of this area, and this old market is really great. And that was the first different experience kind of, because here in Ghana, if you get into the taxi on the street, like not if you call beforehand, just calling it in, you will be sharing taxis. That means if you're going into the same direction as other people, you'll stay in the taxi or you get into a taxi where also other people will be in. I mean, I think it's nice. Everyone's like scooching over and it's really great. But it is a little different than what I'm used to. And eating wise, I have tried new food in the past few days. I've eaten plantain and fufu. There's also a video of me trying to help Sally, the organizer, cooking fufu, and let's say I didn't really help. No, but I really like plantain. I'm not a huge banana girl, and it's kind of similar to bananas, but it tastes sweeter than the banana I'm used to, so I really like it. But fufu is not the thing for me because you eat it with like soup, and the soup is really spicy, and I am not used to spicy food. I can't take it really well, so that was not the best, but I still tried it, and that is all that matters. Besides that, today Mary and I went to a shopping mall near our house, and we went for a little shopping spree. I didn't really get anything, but I was really looking, and it was really fun. We also ate together at the mall, and then we got on our way back, but on our way we decided to stop by at Mary's house because we still had to get a little stuff, and on that way we got to the old market again. And that's the thing I want to talk about, because if you're volunteering in Ghana or planning to go to Ghana, it is really important to say that there will be people, a lot of people talking to you, staring at you, like as a person of my complexion, as a white person. They're all really, really nice, that's not what I'm trying to say, but there will be people in the markets grabbing you by the arm, not harshly, but like that, trying to pull you to their like stand where they're selling their stuff, or just talking to you, asking you for your number, stuff like that. And you have to be a person that is able to handle those things. I, for myself, I just say no thank you, or just put the hand away. Or if I get asked for my number, a little tip from me, I always say I'm married. I'm not even wearing a ring, but it worked. And if they then follow-up question ask you, because it is just friendship, you just say, would you want a wife that gives her number to a guy on the street? And that usually does the job. No, but that is what I'm trying to do. So yeah, that is that. On the positive note, it was really nice, like seeing the area. Like we had a little bus drive to the mall, so I saw a lot of different places. I saw a lake, and also if you walk around a lot, you get to see many cute animals. Like I saw dogs, I saw a cat, I saw chicken today, I already saw goats, I saw sheep, and I saw a cow just walking around the streets. And it's really different, and also they look really different because most of them obviously look a little thin, which is not a positive thing, but it is nice to see many animals outside, I think. And then we just got back to the house. We have been spending a lot of time outside, and at the end of the day we just played cards. Yeah, I don't have footage of that, I wish I could show you, but we were just playing cards at the table, and it's so nice. Everyone is so helpful, so open, and we are really just like, we're basically treating each other as friends. We're just playing cards, we're watching movies together, and it's a really great experience. So that would be it for today. Tomorrow I will probably be posting a video, because tomorrow I'll be spending the first day in Accra, which is the capital of Ghana. So stay tuned, and happy Easter to everyone. Bye.
Price in Ghana is crazy. See this is a toy for kids. My parents have
Thank you. Next one, Chinese man.
Produced this only 2 cities, but I bought this from a shop in Accra. I spent
In where?
6 cities. Can you believe that? How it's crazy. 2 cities to make in China, 60 cities to sell in Accra. So it's crazy. This is my previous video. You can check it out. So I receive a lot of comments and message, and right now I will do some response. So I must tell you, it's true. And also right now I'm living in Accra, and it's not only for the pet accessory. The price is so high. You see, everything is high. The car, the television, the light, everything in Accra is high. I don't know why. Somebody tell me, somebody leave some comments, say you should consider about the tax and the shipping cost. Yes, you are right. We should consider about this. But when we account all the price together, you still can get a lot of profit from 60 price. So this is the situation in Accra right now. Everything is expensive. You just bring some cheap stuff in China and bring them to here, you can make a lot of money, you know. This is the truth.
Guys, so this is Community 4, called the Covenant. You see the energy here is a bit different to the energy down there. Completely different. And we've got the Ark, which is across to where we're going to go to as well. That's Community 3. This is Community 4. And we brought you here. This is Covenant Avenue. And I think it's more fitting for you two because, you know, you're our cousins that have come all the way from States home now. This is like the family house, this project. And if you think about it, now you guys have made an agreement with Africa. You and the 6 and 7-year-old you're talking about, because of you, there's an agreement between the Frasers and this country. Well, that's what we name it, the Covenant. It's a bond now that we have. This site is inspired by Ethiopia. So you see you've got King Solomon, we've got Queen Makeda Makeda, we've got Menelik I, Menelik II. You know, this is Napius Avenue, Lion of Judah. It's all to do with Ethiopia, Abyssinia. And that's the concept for Community 4.
Thank you for accepting me. And what I promise from my side, we talk with Nana, what is the first need for community? In this community there is no hunger, there is no water shortage or something. But what this community truly need now, it is a gathering center where people can come together and celebrate life, study. In that center there must be library, must be washrooms where young people can come together every evening. Gathering center is very, very necessary to socialize, to get the contacts, because everything in this life comes to us through the people. When you socialize and when you are gathering, you are exchanging ideas, you become more powerful together. Each of us separately, we are not that strong. But together, we are always much stronger. And that is why we need gathering center. And if God permit, then from today going, we are start digging it. The first foundation is given already today, 50,000 Ghana cedis. From my company, as a fixed for us. We also promise then soon, by end of this year, in every region should have our shop where every Ghanaian who have car, his spare part problem is solved. And what I promise, it is what is on the box, this is also in the box. No shortcuts.
I'm seeing a lot of reactions now to the Ghana's former president, John Dramani Mahama, speaking about reparations and slavery. And I'm not going to lie, I'm very confused.
About what?
Because on the other hand, I've always seen people say African leaders don't speak up enough for black people in the diaspora.
They need to speak up for the people in Africa.
Now that an African leader is speaking, some people are saying it is disrespectful. So I'm trying to understand who actually has the right to speak on slavery and reparations.
Speak on slavery in African countries.
Do Black Americans want African leaders to advocate for them or not? Do Caribbean people want African leaders to advocate for them or not? If Africa stays silent, is that abandonment?
No, I mean...
But if Africa speaks, why does it feel like overstepping?
Because it is. How they speak.
Is this really about representation or control over the narrative? And maybe the bigger question is this: what does real unity actually looks like between Africans and blacks in the diaspora? Because right now, it feels like no matter what is done, it is wrong to somebody.
First of all, if West African countries really, in their heart of hearts, felt that every single black American was directly linked to West Africa, why would they wait all of these years later to try and come and rectify anything? What? Why would they wait so long? I've never heard of any Africans coming over here trying to reconnect with their black American family. I've never heard of that. I've only heard of them coming over here to build wealth and usurp resources, goods, absorb our culture over here for resources, economic status, social and global status, and then also to send resources back to Africa. I've never even heard of many initiatives from them to us. It's always trying to get us to go over there to help, get us to go back when majority of us are not from there. We don't need to go back to a place that we've never been. That's another story for another day. But I don't ever hear of Africa trying to do anything to extend an olive branch to black American people. Like, I do remember Ghana did some like, oh, come back to Ghana. But it was literally just to get tourist funds. And for once again, for black Americans to go over there and help to build up Ghana. Like, I'm really trying to wrap my head around this. And then for him to act so confused and talking about is it about controlling a narrative or is it about unity or what is it really about? That Ghanaian president got up there and literally ran down and said, oh, Africans picked cotton. Africans built railroads. Africans built the infrastructure in the United States of America. Africans were not responsible for that. That was melanin-rich Americans. Some of which were classified when they were alive. They were not called African. They were classified as Negro, mulatto, colored, and Indian. Some indigenous. Whatever it is that some people feel uncomfortable with that. But that is not... The classification was not African anything. In large, we were not called African. When I look at my grandparents' birth certificates, death certificates, marriage license, deeds to the house... I don't see African. I see Negro or colored. I've seen mulatto up in there, and I've seen Indian. Whether y'all wanna, look. Don't argue with your father if you know where he at. But it's just getting to a point. The reason why we feel offended and disrespected is because that man got up there and made it seem like the continental Africans are us and we are them, and that is not the case. I'm not a continental African at all. My family in the South literally lived on acres where there was cotton fields and peach and pecan trees. They're not African. That's what makes it disrespectful. It's like you guys are trying to culturally and ethnically erase us and attribute all of our success and everything that we did for the United States of America and the things that we've invented and created that the whole entire globe utilizes is directly attributed to Africans. And that couldn't be the furthest from the truth. Over there on the continent, you all get offended. A South African calls Nigerians Abegistans. They call Nigerian Abegistan. Let me call a South African a Nigerian and get highly offended. Even when something is going on in one of those places, that Ozoro Festival, South Africans and Africans from other countries, you better say the country. You better say the country. You better say the country. And if you say the country, you got to say the state. And if you say the state, you got to say the town. You got to say the town. They don't even want to be affiliated with each other when it comes to certain things. Over in Africa, they want you to be specific and direct. Oh no, I'm from Yoruba tribe. I'm Igbo. I'm this and that. They even want to get down to the nitty gritty when it comes to the tribe. But when it comes to Black Americans, we are Africanized. And it seems disingenuous because right now Ghana is going through an economic crisis. Literally, that U.S. aid, Trump is cutting all that off. It's like a mighty fine time to be trying to get up somewhere talking about reparations. And they lost, by the way. The USA did not vote in favor for that. They did not. They did not. Now, it would be different if they got up there, if we knew that we can't even trust these people. The government officials in these countries, in these African countries, they get USA and they don't even give it to the locals and the citizens of the countries that they govern. So why the fuck would we think that they're going to do anything to help us? If they were to get awarded that money, Black Americans ain't gonna see a dime of that shit. That's where the issue comes into play. Because it really doesn't have anything to do with us. And the fact that they're trying to lay claim to all of our accomplishments and to all of the things that we experience on this continent is diabolical. Diabolical. Less than 4% of the people, the trafficking that happened came to the United States of America. Why they not in Europe or wherever, they literally got slavery and trafficking and all of that stuff? Why they not talking to the UAE? Why they ain't up in them North African countries trying to get their people back? Why they not talking about the G-side that's going on in the Congo and Sudan? It's so much going on in the continents over there, the countries over there on the continent of Africa to be worried about reparations for Black Americans. Like, that's why it's just like janky as fuck. Like, I'm sorry. This is long, but y'all know I be running my mouth, chat. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Sound off in the comments below. What y'all think?